Introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ready, ready.
So we got man.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Set, ready. Hey, exit. 60 outlaw.
Double. Mike 50.
Operating from the gun. Lowry. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run on 1st down. It's James. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
60 or. Get down.
On 2nd down now, it's James. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
64, weak. Hey, Hayward.
Check back 21. Check back 21. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Alert flare.
Topper.
Jim. Switch.
Ready.
On 3rd down, James. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. Sanders' kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking that field, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
Ready?
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Here I
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 23-yard line.
On the double.
52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic. Let's go.
Hey, echo. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lowry. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They run it with James. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Watch the slant.
To throw on 3rd down. Brennan. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So he might as well have not even had the penalty.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brennan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the gun on third down. Brennan trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First down, Lions.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10.
Check 13.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. Brennan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 80. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Bucs 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Score Buccaneers 14. Lions 3.
Ready.
Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. All right, here we go. Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Brennan. That is caught at the 7. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Greystone, travel.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check.
Let's go.
Here we go,
James. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Come on,
So
set.
quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come on, boy.
Operating from the gun, Lowry. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Lowry. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lowry. And Robinson with a big catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Looking to throw. Lowry. That one's complete to Tomlinson. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Try! He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
On the ready.
Here we go.
Blue draw quarters.
36.
Yo, jackrabbit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Pull it together.
Back to throw. Lowry. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Got it.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
We own them. Hey, Alpha. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
From the gun, Lowry. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Lions take over.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 61. Matchbox lights.
Here's James. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
On the ground, it's James. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. They'll run on 1st down. It's James. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a give right side. James. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
On 1st down, it's Gregory. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go. Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. You must be clean.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
You got three down.
Bravo.
So Mike number one. Here we go.
City weapon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on first down. It's James. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd down, it's James. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Mike 2. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. Hey, that QB's trash. That's fine.
On 3rd down, Brennan. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Hey, high 7. Big grip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Shift.
Topper. Get it.
Now a give, right side. James. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd down. Brennan. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw on 3rd down. Brennan. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Tomlinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Hit it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lowry. That's complete to Robinson. Fighting his way through contact. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the box.
5, 52.
To throw again. Lowry. And his throw is incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This is Johnson. He's got it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Set up. 70, Indy.
You better bring it. You better bring it.
Hey, exit.
You better bring it. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. You get blocked.
Deep grip.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Get it.
Throwing again. Lowry. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. They'll run. Tomlinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming at you.
Ready.
2nd and 4. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Lions take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the screen. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Brennan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 47. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw. Lowry. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
The Bucs on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Lowry. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on second down. Brennan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot, that they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
The Lions on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Brennan. He's going to sling this deep down. He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
First down, Lions.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Here comes the ball. It's a pickup of 3.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Looking to throw. Brennan. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking to throw on second down. Brennan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Hey, check 25. 61, matchbox lights. Cut. Hey, Delta.
So nice number one. Tackles. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Brennan. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Get it.
To throw again. Brennan. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw. Brennan. Open net. He's got him. The tight end, Hawkinson. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42.
132 fighter. Alpha.
And the Lions.
Get it ready.
On 1st down, Brennan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Past the 20. Campbell making the catch. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
Go, go.
29 is Mike 29. Pick me up. Here we go. 29. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hard, hard.
Slam.
Throwing again. Brennan. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Try 7.
Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, Brennan looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a preview. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Tampa Bay, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week.